Mr. Lamada. He will be starting soon. Oh, story time with Mr. Lamada, where all your dreams come true. Oh, he brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't leave lonely. Won't you start all reading?
Good morning, and welcome to Story Time. Thank you so much for joining me today. Happy Tuesday, wherever you are. And I had to think about that for a second. It is Tuesday morning. Thank you for being here with us. And yeah, I hope that you're well. Starting off this Tuesday with technical difficulties here, but we're powering through. We're here, and I hope that you can hear us loud and clear. Thank you so much for joining in. Please, as always, let us know where you're joining in from and who is joining in with you. Glad to be here with you, and indeed, welcome to Storytime. Thank you for being here. We have a beautiful book to read together. We have a wonderful lineup to look forward to this week, and here are some of those amazing books that we have. We do have SORA'S Seashells today, of course, Sari Summers tomorrow, and then The Cat's Adventure, that one coming to us from Ari. And then, of course, on Friday, we round up things with Love in the Library and a visit from Vicky Chan from Children's Fairyland. So join us for all that fun. Come on out and enjoy with us. Thank you indeed for being here with us on Storytime today. And then, of course, we look forward to Ari's visit on Thursday, so keep an eye out for that one. And then on June 3rd, you know where we'll be. We'll be at Children's Fairyland, enjoying a beautiful story indeed, and having wonderful time with all the creators who will be there with us. So come on out and join us. And then, of course, on June 15th, we know that Midnight Memories is coming to Storytime with Amanda Davis and Michelle Jing Chan. Thank you so much for being here with us on Storytime today. Absolutely appreciate you. And yes, looking forward to stories together. Thank you for being here. And of course, today we have SORA'S Seashells. This one coming to us from HELENA KU RHEE, and illustrations by Stella Lim with Ji-HYUK Kim. And of course, we're reading this one with permission of the publishers, Candlewick Press. A big good morning to you and welcome to Storytime. Thank you so much for joining in. I hope that you had a restful weekend. And of course, I hope that you're looking forward to the amazing books that we have to read together. Thank you so much for joining in. SORA'S Seashells coming up very shortly. Thank you for being here indeed. As always, let us know where you're joining in from and who is joining in with you. And remember to send us your recommendations. Thank you for the latest recommendations that we've had, and we're working indeed, looking into permissions to see if we can bring them here for you to Storytime. Yes, looking forward to that. And of course, we continue to push and push. Thank you so much for being here with us. And I hope that you had a good weekend, you and your loved ones. And of course, today's story coming up very shortly. So please get ready, get comfortable, get cozy, as we'll be getting started with our story right after this short break. Thank you for being here with us. I'll catch you on the other side. Thank you indeed for being here with us.
Hey, this is Timothy Goodspeed of the Soapbox Salute. I'm the one who wrote Storytime's theme song. If you'd like to hear more of my protest folk music, you can check out the links below on Instagram or at my website. You are watching Storytime with Mr. Lamada.
Thank you indeed, Tim. Thank you. Beautiful book coming up today. And of course, thank you, Tim, for creating an amazing theme song for Storytime. And of course, for just being a good friend all along. Thank you so much indeed. Appreciate you. SORA'S Seashells coming up very shortly. HELENA KU RHEE and illustrations by STELLA LIM with JI-HYUK Kim. And I hope I'm getting those names correctly, but there we go. And of course, we're reading this one with permission of the publishers, Candlewick Press. Thank you so much for joining in Storytime today, and I hope that you are ready for this wonderful story. Quick check on who's here with us this morning. Thank you indeed for joining in. How are you doing out there in Kentucky, sunny and warm Kentucky today? Thank you for joining in. Good morning to you, Ari, and of course, Megan. Thank you so much for joining in Storytime. Absolutely appreciate you and cannot wait for what's coming on Thursday. Thank you indeed for being here with us on Storytime. Absolutely appreciate you. And we'll join back after our story today. Thank you indeed for being here. SORA'S Seashells, written by HELENA KU RHEE and illustrations by STELLA Lim with JI-HYUK Kim. Here we go. Oh, isn't that beautiful? SORA'S Seashells, written by HELENA KU RHEE, illustrations by STELLA Lim with JI-HYUK Kim. And we're reading this one with permission of the publishers, Candlewick Press. SORA'S grandmother, Halmoni, visited from far away every summer. The day after she arrived, they took the bus to the beach, where they combed the shore for seashells together. That had my tongue twisted for a second. SORA'S grandmother, Halmoni, visited from far away every summer. The day after she arrived, they took the bus to the beach, where they combed the shore for seashells together. They found shells with pale pink lines, others with smooth white ridges. Some were as big as SORA'S hand, others as tiny as a button. How big was the biggest seashell you've ever found? Or you've ever seen? They found shells with pale pink lines, others with smooth white ridges. Some were as big as SORA'S hand, others as tiny as a button. Halmoni chose the prettiest shell and tacked it into her pocket. On their walk to the bus stop, Halmoni placed the shell on a bench. "Why did you leave the shell there?" SORA asked. "Can't we take it with us?" "It's a gift," Halmoni said, "for anyone who sees its beauty." SORA glanced back at the shell. She wanted to take it home, but she followed Halmoni onto the bus. Yes, it's a gift for anyone who sees its beauty. Why don't we take it with us? When they went back to the beach the next day, the shell was gone. "Halmoni," SORA said, "someone took the shell." "It wasn't ours. It was a gift," Halmoni said. Sora didn't agree, but she didn't say anything. Instead, she decided to hide some seashells in her pockets when Halmoni wasn't looking. Aw. By the time Halmoni left, Sora had a jar full of shells. What's your collection? I know friends who collect rocks. I know friends who collect all kinds of things. What do you collect? Are you like Sora? Do you collect shells? By the time Halmoni left, Sora had a jar full of shells. A few weeks later, Sora began kindergarten. Most of the kids were nice, but a few were not. One said, "Your name is weird." Another said, "Are you sure your name isn't Sarah?" Sora tried to ignore them, but her stomach hurt every time. Sora tried to ignore them, but her stomach hurt every time. She didn't say anything to her parents, but every week the same kids teased her. Sora didn't say anything to her parents, but every week the same kids teased her. One day, a call came from far away with sad news about Halmoni. One day, a call came from far away with sad news about Halmoni. Sora's parents explained that Halmoni was never coming back. Sora thought of all the summers ahead without her grandmother. She remembered how Halmoni would say her name with a soft S and a gently rolling R. She felt sad about everything, including the mean kids at school. All the bottled up tears began flowing. "I want to see Halmoni," Sora cried. "And I hate my name. I want to be Sarah." Yeah. Sora's parents looked at her and at each other. Then the three of them went to the beach. Sora's parents looked at her and at each other. Then the three of them went to the beach. They walked down to the shore. After a little while, Sora's mother picked up the most beautiful shell. It had pale pink stripes and smooth ridges, just like Halmoni's favorites. "Sora means seashell in Korean," her mother said. "Halmoni always said finding a perfect shell is like receiving a wonderful gift. That's why she suggested we name you Sora." Sora's parents held her close. "You are our greatest gift, Sora." Yes, the three of them went to the beach. They walked down to the shore. After a little while, Sora's mother picked up the most beautiful shell. It had a pale pink It had pale pink stripes and smooth ridges, just like Halmoni's favorites. Sora means seashell in Korean, her mother said. Halmoni always said finding a perfect shell is like receiving a wonderful gift. That's why she suggested we name you Sora. Sora's parents held her close. You are our greatest gift, Sora. Aw. You are our greatest gift. The next week, Sora brought her jar of seashells to school for show and tell. When she got up to speak, a few kids started giggling. Sora took a deep breath. In a loud, strong voice, she said, in Korean, Sora means seashell. My grandmother, Halmoni, told my parents that I was a gift, just like a perfect shell. So they named me Sora. Sora gave her teacher a seashell. She gave each of her friends a shell. Then Sora looked at the kids who teased her. Sora gave each of them a beautiful shell. One looked at the shell and said, your name makes sense now. Another said, yeah, Sora sounds like a superhero name. Sora was so surprised she could hardly speak. Thanks, she whispered. Sora walked back to her seat. Her jar was almost empty, but she felt like she could fly with the seagulls. Yes, Sora walked back to her seat. Her jar was almost empty, but she felt like she could fly with the seagulls. That evening, Sora asked her parents to drive her to the beach again. She placed the last shell from her jar on the bench as a gift to anyone who could see its beauty. No. Yes. That evening, Sora asked her parents to drive her to the beach again. She placed the last shell from her jar on the bench as a gift for anyone who could see its beauty. And that was the end of our story. A beautiful one indeed. I hope you enjoyed it. Yes, this one is called Sora's Shells, and it is written by HELENA KU RHEE and illustrations by Stella Lim and JI-HYUK Kim. Thank you so much for joining in today. And of course, as always, a big thank you to the publishers Candlewick Press for allowing us to read this beautiful book here on Storytime. Beautiful, beautiful indeed. And thank you so much for joining in. Find it at your local library. Thank you so much for joining in. I will catch you on the other side of this short break when we're back for more Storytime.
Hi, everyone. I'm Amanda with Amanda Weltman Photography. I'm a photographer and printmaker based in the Pacific Northwest, and I believe that your face deserves wall space. Enjoy today's story time with my favorite storyteller, Mr. LaMotta.
Welcome back indeed. Thank you so much for joining in Storytime. Absolutely love it that we're here together reading a wonderful book, beautiful book. And of course, thank you, Amanda. Yes, if you need photos, you know where to go. Amanda Waltman Photography, if you're anywhere in the Pacific Northwest. Thank you so much for joining in today. Absolutely appreciate it. Sora's Seashells. And this one was coming to us from Candlewick Press. And of course, HELENA KU RHEE, Stella Lim, and JI-HYUK Kim. Thank you so much for joining in. I am glad that we were here together reading that beautiful, beautiful book. And of course, let us see one more time who was with us this morning, ready to enjoy a wonderful story. Thank you so much for joining in today. I absolutely appreciate you. Sunny and warm out there in Kentucky. Thank you for being here with us. Ari and of course, Megan, thank you so much for joining in. And I agree with you 100%. It is a sweet book indeed. And I hope that it has given you something beautiful to hold on to today too as you go through the day. Yes, make those memories, hold on to those memories. Thank you so much for joining in Story Time. Tara McNamara, thank you so much for joining us. And of course, Erin and Clara out there in sunny Massachusetts, thank you for being here with us. And I know that you're home today from school while you sit out a COVID outbreak. Well, I'm glad that you're able to be home. And yeah, I hope that this outbreak that is there at your school can quickly go away. Thank you so much for joining in. Absolutely appreciate you. And yeah, as one that is just recovering or recovered from COVID, I know that yes, the pandemic still rages. So as we are out there, let us continue to take precautions that we need to. But thank you so much, and yeah, glad that you're here with us today. And we hope that everybody will be okay. We hope that everybody is okay at your school. Thank you so much for joining in. As always, we appreciate you. Sending you extra hugs today, Clara and Erin. Thank you so much for being here with us on Storytime, and of course, Tara. Good morning to you as well. Thank you for being here with us on Storytime. Oh yes, Ari, we see you. Thank you so much for joining us on Storytime. We appreciate you. And please remember too that we do have an amazing week coming up, and of course, fantastic guests coming here to Storytime. Remember too that we're kicking off, well, we kicked off with SORA'S Seashells, and then of course on Wednesday we will be reading Sari Summers. Join us, another sweet book, another beautiful book, another one with a powerful message. And then of course on Thursday we do have our special guest Ari, who'll be here for the Cat's Adventure. And then of course we will be closing out the week with Love in the Library. Beautiful books indeed coming up, so please come on in and join us. Yes, Ari will be here on June 1st on Thursday, reading to us and of course talking to us as well. Thank you so much for joining in. I am excited for this one, so come on out, make a date and come on out and be with us on Thursday. And then of course on Saturday, June 3rd, Storytime will be at Children's Fairyland for the Children's Book Festival. Lots of creatives out there, and of course we'll be hosting that one. So excited to be there with you all. Come on out and have fun with us, or let your friends know who are in the Bay where to be on June 3rd. And then, of course, Midnight Memories comes to Storytime on June 15th. Yes, the last one on that lineup there, but we'll be adding more because there are more guests that will be coming to Storytime. So we'll be adding more to that list. And then, of course, Michelle Jing Chang and Amanda Davis will be here with us. So look out for that. Come on out and have fun. Come on out and join us. Thank you so much for being here with us on Storytime. Lots to look forward to. I appreciate you. I cannot wait for all of you to see these amazing books that we have for you this week. And of course, today we were reading SORA'S Seashells, a beautiful one indeed. This one written by HELENA KU RHEE, illustrations by Stella Lim and JI-HYUK Kim. And then, of course, we're reading it with permission of the publishers, Candlewick. Thank you so much for joining in today. Absolutely appreciate each and every one of you, and I hope that you have a wonderful, wonderful rest of the day. This has been Storytime for today. This has been Storytime for this beautiful Tuesday morning. Yes, a Tuesday that feels like a Monday. Thank you so much for being here with us. Hugs, 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 and I will see you again tomorrow when we're back with more Storytime, and this time we bring to you Sari Summers. Yes, this one is written and illustrated by Lino Bontigao, and we're excited for this one indeed. Come on on out tomorrow and join in and have fun with us. This has been Story Time for today. Much love to each and every one of you, and I hope to see you again tomorrow. Remember too that you can catch Story Time live at 7 and 11 a.m. Pacific time, but also you can catch us at your convenience at a time that works best for you at storytimewithmrlimada.com, at Storytime with Mr. Limada on Facebook and YouTube. Much love from me, and I will see you again tomorrow for more Story Time. Bye-bye.
Story time with Mr. Limada. He will be starting soon. Oh, story time with Mr. Limada, where all your dreams come true. Oh, he brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't leave lonely, won't you start all the reading? I just can't wait to be hearing Story Time with Mr. Limada. He will be starting soon. Oh, Story Time with Mr. Limada, where all your dreams come true. Oh, he brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't leave lonely, won't you start all the reading? I just can't wait to be hearing. He will be starting soon. Story time with Mr. Limada, where all your dreams come true. Oh, he brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't leave lonely, won't you start all the reading? We just can't wait to be hearing. Brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't leave lonely, won't you start all the reading? We just can't wait to be hearing.